Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Education Platform. Before we begin, I first like to thank all viewers who joined us on our live stream on YouTube and Facebook. Now, before we begin with today's lesson for today, I'm going to be reading you a verse which is taken from Proverbs chapter 4, verse 1. And it says that, "Listen, my sons, to a father's instruction. Pay attention and gain understanding. I give you sound learning, so don't forsake my teaching. For, for I too was a son to my father, still tender and cherished by my mother. Then he taught me, and he said to me, Take hold of my words with all your heart. Keep my commands, and you will live. Get wisdom, get understanding. Do not forget my words or turn away from them. Do not forsake wisdom, and she will protect you. Love her, and she will watch over you. The beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom. Thought it was cost all you have. Get understanding. Cherish her, and she will exalt you. Embrace her, and she will honor you. She give you a garland to grace your head and present with your glorious crown. The word of the Lord has spoken. Now, moving on with our first lesson, which is about the continents. Now, there are 7 continents, which they are North America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia, and Antarctica. Now, the countries in North America are listed, and they are Antigua and Barbuda, Bahamas, Barbados, Haiti, Belize, Canada, America, Costa Rica, Cuba, and Dominica. Now, the countries in South America are Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Guyana, Paraguay, Peru, and Uruguay. The countries in Africa are Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Tanzania, Ethiopia, Senegal, Uganda, and Mali. The countries in Europe are Russia, Germany, United Kingdom, France, Italy, Spain, Ukraine, and Poland. The countries in Asia are China, Russia, Japan. Now, we're going to be moving on with our next lesson, which is about repetition, a figure of speech. Now, repetition is the act of repeating a word or phrase in a sentence. For this example, when I tried to put my pencil in the bag, when I lift the rock, it crushed my hand. So, when and I are both repeating in the sentence. Now, moving on, I'm going to be reading you a story that I created, which calls Saving the Black Rhinos. In June 2014, I go to Africa to learn about wildlife for the summer. There, I do a news report about black rhinos, which they are endangered species. I learned about rhinos' habitats, foods, and liquids, and their way of life. While I was filming the rhinos, I noticed some poachers' vehicles came out. They capture the rhinos in a net and then sells them to make a profit for themselves. So I tried to stop them from selling the rhinos. I decided to convince people to help the endangered rhinos so we all stay strong. Organizers of a charity auction expect to raise more than 1 million to help protect the endangered black rhinos. After I convinced most of the people to help, we found the poachers' meeting grounds. After we convinced them, then some, also not to illegally hunt for endangered species, so we planned a conference of which we should illegally hunt for endangered species or not. Well-managed conservation program that will help the species survive in the long run, it said. During the conference, we all discussed the reasoning of why we shouldn't do illegal hunting for endangered species. We give back our votes to which we should not illegal hunt for endangered species. And the choice was settled. So after the conference, all the poachers brought the rhinos back to their habitats, and they made the rule to not illegally hunt for any life form or endangered species. That story was about what humans can do to help protect endangered species. What can we do to care for them? How we can help them. Now we're going to be moving on. Now, the oceans are the Pacific,